Hello. So, welcome to Let's Learn Lead Guitar, Lesson 8. And in this lesson, we're going to learn about improvisation and the blues, using the blues scale. So the blues scale is derived from the major scale, sort of. And it's a technique or a pattern that every rock guitarist uses. So, as we are all incipient, hopeful, progressing, imminent, axe-wielding gods and goddesses, you need to memorize this. And here it is, okay? So the top one is the major scale, which is what we learned in the previous lessons. And the bottom one is the blues scale. You can see there's a bit of similarity. Blues scale is a little bit has less notes, master, sire. And so what we're going to have to do is memorize this, and then we can apply that across any progression which falls within the 12-bar blues paradigm. So what we're going to do is, I've got that 12-bar blues progression, which is made of an A chord, a D chord, and an E chord in a certain configuration. And then what we can do is we can play these notes over it. So what we're going to first do is just simply play the notes over it, and then you'll be able to hear how they blend with the chords, okay? So get your screen cap for later. Oh, and if you would like a link to a downloadable, maybe a PDF file or some sort of doc with all of this information for each lesson all laid out so nicely, just be sure to let me know in the comments, and I can set that up, because otherwise, if no one's interested, I'm not going to go to the trouble, but I will be delighted to do so if the people ask. And while you're at it, while you're making a comment, thanks in advance, be sure to subscribe, like, share, and walk your dog. And I thank you in advance for that. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to walk through the blues scale over these three chords here. Listen to how that sounds. Okay, and use alternate picking up and down, like this. As always, as we learned beforehand. Okay, now you can start anywhere in this, so I'm going to wait for a second until I get to the on beat. So this will be the D chord, starting the D chord. And bring it back down. Okay, so cool. So you can hear how that sounds. It sounds fine, doesn't it? Now let's try it with the major scale and see how that sounds. So. This is do, re, mi, isn't it? It sounds a little bit strange, but you can still see it's still acceptable. Not as bluesy though. Perhaps more melodic. Okay, so cool. So we got that. Now we're gonna try triplets. Triplets is a technique or a feature of songs which is often heard. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a triplet is obviously 3 notes. So we're gonna do 3 notes in succession, go all the way up the fretboard and back down. Let's try it first in the blues scale. So we'll start on the 5th fret. So it's gonna be, and use the alternate picking as always. And we walk it back down. Oops. So there it goes. Now I'm doing it real slow, and I think that you should too, to get used to it, because I have to get used to it myself, because we're learning this together and we are on this journey together, and we will celebrate when we reach the promised land, when we are all 6-string samurais. So then let's try those triplets, but with the major scale this time. So go back to the major scale. I know you got your screen cap, you can refer to it right now, print it out even if you're so inclined. So start on the 5th fret. And then with the alternate picking, of course. And we could go back down. Oof. Okay, so that's fun. So we're gonna practice that a lot until we are almost perfect as perfect can be, but don't let perfect be the enemy of good. And last thing, what you can do is you can use the blues scale and you can improvise yourself. So you can use that scale and just do whatever you like, kind of. So you could go something like. Always try to use the alternate picking. Getting a little bit carried away on that. Okay, fun. How fun is that? Okay, so be sure to practice that, and let's see if we can improvise with the major scale. What does that sound like? Sounds more like a... Well, it's not as bluesy, but it sounds more like a vocal melody, doesn't it? All right, so how fun is that? All right, so let's practice on that, and then we'll come back tomorrow with lesson 9 of Let's Learn Lead Guitar. All right, I hope you enjoyed that. And don't forget, comment if you have any questions, or if you want to link to a downloadable file for free. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, and write it on a piece of note and leave it at a bus stop. Au revoir.